Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and I'm here with a couple great guys from 32, Mike Neville and Kyle Kennedy. Mike has been our 32 and Soul Tech rep for 19 years?
Going on 19 years.
Going on 19 years. That's a lot of years.
It is,
it's more years than it's one more year than I've been here.
Really?
Yeah, I started out in 2000.
You've been at the house for 18.
Yeah, I started out as a team rider when I first moved here from college.
Nice.
It's crazy, huh? I know. It's weird. What am I doing here? And then we have Kyle Kennedy, who's been a team rider for how long now?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years. That's a good amount of time. These guys rule. Soul Tech stuff, and 32 is awesome. Still a privately owned company, right?
Correct. Pierre-Andre owns Soul Technology, which is Etnies, S, and America skate shoes, as well as 32 snowboard boots and apparel.
Yeah, and they lead the way when it comes to boots, and your guys' team is unreal.
It is. The team is amazing.
Your team is amazing. But we wanted to pull a couple of key features or key boots from the Team Fit collection, the Team Liner collection. We have the Zephyr Jones, Jeremy Jones's colorway in the Zephyr boot. We have the Lash in the original traditional lace, and then of course we have over there, that's the low cut. That's kind of Pierre-Andre's kind of like signature throwback, right?
Correct. We re-released that boots a couple years back when we had our 20-year anniversary.
Right.
So when we originally started prototyping 32 boots back in 1994, we started 32 or officially became in 95.
Right.
But when we started prototyping the boots, Etnies was around, of course, and our first prototypes were all Etnies boots.
Okay.
And at the time, the Etnies low-cut skate shoe was doing amazing in the marketplace. That was kind of the skate shoe to have. So our first boot that we were prototyping looked like the low-cut. So when we had our 20-year anniversary in 2015, of course, we wanted to do a throwback or an ode back to our first prototypes on it, which ended up being the low cut.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give this the skate look to it, so it's still got the true T-toe on it. We're doing a throwback collection called Icon Collection from Etnies right now, and that original low cut, built just like it was in 1991 when it was officially released, is now coming back as well.
Yes.
So it actually started as the low down shoe and then got changed to the low cut a little while after.
All right.
Just a few cosmetic changes on it, but
sure.
But either way, back to the 32 part. That's where this came from. So when we did the 20-year, we wanted to put that Etnies stylized E that was on the side, going back to the roots of where it all started on it. However, when we did re-release this 20 years later, you can see we put a little notch up here, so that actually makes a 3 on the one side, but if you flip it over to the other side, you do have the 2 on the other side. So it does give you that classic Etnies low-cut look on it, but it does give you the 32 logos on it if you look at it the correct way.
Right. So it's kind of great to look across this collection. Now, there's a lot of other boots that feature the team liner, but as you kind of look across this, there's a lot of differences. You know, the Jeremy Jones Zephyr boot. This is a boot for Jeremy Jones.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
And then we have like some very kind of freestyle oriented ones, but they all feature the same liner. The same liner harness too, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And the same footbed.
And the same footbed. So like that cutout that you have right there kind of showcases the team liner. What makes the team liner special within each of these boots?
So the team liner is going to be a dual density foam. We're going to have J-bars that are built inside of there for heel hold. You're also, in fact, I'll pull this out on here. You're also going to get your heel hold kits that come inside the boxes that fit in. There you go, right there. That fit inside these heel hold pockets that are on both sides of the liner, just aiding in giving you a little more personable, comfortable fit out of these liners. They all are custom moldable, so they're going to mold around everybody's different shaped foot, but that's just going to aid in adding a little bit more on there. You have your power straps up here on top, which you can trim down if they're a little bit too long and you pull them a little bit too tight.
Right.
Down on the interior, you have your center base tongue on here, a little bit extra protection for where that team harness comes over the top with the laces.
Right.
You do have your team footbed coming on the inside, which is a molded EVA.
Sure.
With your TPR heel counter down there on the side, which is a thermoplastic rubber, basically just cradling or holding your heel in the right spot, stabilizing your ankle as it goes up.
Yeah.
And then rounding it off, I mentioned the internal harness on here, which this is going to be the Team Fit harness. That's going to just aid in giving you a little more support around that liner when you tighten that thing up.
Right. And it's a great liner. You guys do it like proprietary style intuition foam. Do you when you ride your boots, when you first get them, do you heat mold them, or what do you kind of do to break them in?
I kind of ride them a little bit, a couple days I'd say, without heat molding them.
Okay.
See how they feel from there, and then if I want a more custom fit to my ankle, I'll heat mold them then.
Right.
And they fit a little better or get a little comfier.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
Do you heat mold them right away, or you just kind of like feel them out?
Depends on the boot or the time or what's going on.
Right.
So I do have heat tubes at my house. Generally, you're going to want to bring those to a 32 dealer to have those guys do it, so it's done the correct way. But so yeah, if I get a new pair of boots and I'm at home, I will do it to take that break-in period out. Because like I said, I have the heat tubes and the fit kit right there.
The perks.
The perks, exactly.
The perks, man.
But there are many times where I've taken them right out of the box and just laced them up and went right on snow with them right away. Which, generally after wearing them a couple times and you're on the snow, they start to, kind of take your shape of your foot out there. So
right. And one thing I love about the Team Fit liners is that they have like, it fits my ankles really well because it has those internal J bars seem to go a little bit higher than a lot of other manufacturers. Okay. Well, I feel they go a little bit higher, and it just snugs like my Achilles tendon a lot more. I feel a lot more secure in the heel pocket, like it's a more tight, narrow heel pocket. Yep. But then you add in these things too.
Correct.
The heel hold gets. Kyle, you've had some stuff going on with your ankles. You rock these things?
Yep.
So the orange ones are thin, the black ones are a little bit thicker. What's your combo?
I like 2 orange ones.
2 orange ones?
Yep. It's just a good fit.
And you're only doing them on your bad ankle, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
I only do it on my bad ankle. It gives me a little more support and holds that heel in.
Sure.
And on the left one, it just feels good without them, so that's what I do.
You're good to go. Now, if you were to pick one of these 3 boots, which one do you think you'd ride?
I really like the low cut.
Okay.
These ones. They've just been my favorite boot for a couple years.
All right.
They're good feel. They're a little looser than a couple other boots, but they feel good to me.
Right. What kind of riding would you consider yourself to do most? Like James?
Park riding.
Park riding.
Yeah, a little bit of jumps, a lot of rails.
A lot of rails. Have you ever done the quad with your eyes shut?
No.
Can we try? Can we try?
We can try. That sounds interesting.
Okay, we're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna film that this winter. Okay, so like going into this is a Zephyr. This is a pretty great price point boot that's like high in performance. Jeremy, one of 3 Jeremy Jones boots. What's unique about this besides this, and what does that do?
So that boot in particular is Jeremy's kind of resort boot. He's got 3 different boots with us, or 3 different models. One that is a specific design of his that definitely is more of a backcountry style boot. The other 2 boots are inline boots of ours that just have Jeremy's colorways on them, which his colorway combo is always going to be the black and the yellow.
Yep.
The other thing that gets Jeremy his signature pieces from us or on those boots is going to be the gaiter that you see on there.
Right.
So he's told us stories about doing backcountry climbs and camping out there where his laces were so frozen he couldn't get his boots off.
Gosh.
So that gaiter
brutal.
is a 4-way stretch Cordura, fully waterproof gaiter that goes over the lower part with a waterproof zipper, lower part of your laces with the waterproof zipper.
Right.
You got the loop on there that your pant gaiter can connect right onto, so your laces are fully covered, and no ice or snow or water is going to get inside of that. So the other colorways in the Zephyr do not have the gaiter that's on it like that. It's going to be exposed lacing on it. That's just Jeremy's signature kind of touch to that particular boot.
Got it. It's kind of fun to look at this collection of team liners. Team liner style boots is like the low cut doesn't have any articulation.
Nope.
The lash.
And you get a full rubber cup sole on it.
Full rubber cup sole. The lash has that flex notches, right?
Yep. No, that's full articulation on the lash.
That is full articulation.
And also the independent eye stay.
Yep. And SCI Evolution
also. The Evolution foam. Yep.
And this one has it seems to be a lot of articulation.
That one does have a good amount of articulation. It might look like it's a little bit more just because of that gaiter that's on it.
Okay.
As well. But that's going to be a little bit softer boot than what the lash is going to be, because the lash is going to have a full performance backstay in it, where the Zephyr is going to have a traditional backstay.
Okay. Well, why did Jeremy want to do that kind of backstay in the Zephyr?
That's a soft, playful boot. As he kind of looks at it, as that Zephyr is going to be the boot that he goes out on the resort and rides with his kids in.
Okay.
He also has the Team 2 XLT from us. That's a heftier, stiffer boot. Sure. That's going to be more of his on and kind of off resort boot. And then he's going to have his Jones MTB boot, which is the full backcountry boot.
That's right. And then one thing I kind of noticed right away is this material here around the bottom.
Yes.
What is this? The same material that you find in the backstay of the lash?
Correct. That's just going to basically hold you in your heel cup of your binding a little bit better and not allow your boot to slide around in there. It's just a little more rougher, abrasive, stickier material that's just going to aid in keeping you nice and secure down inside of there.
Yeah, it's a good looking boot. And I'm kind of glad that it's a little bit softer. You know, as a lot of people start to try to ride Powell more, you know, like that's everyone's goal, right?
Right.
I find it kind of troubling riding a really stiff boot when you're kind of trying to surf Powell. You know, you want a little bit of, I feel like I want a little bit more play than...
I agree.
Yeah, and this kind of gives you that option too. If like you're doing some in-resort kind of like side bowls, you're dipping through some trees and stuff, you still want good coverage and you want to stay locked into the bind without wiggling around a bunch. This is actually
and it's a great price.
And what?
It's a great price as well.
And a good price. Well, this is a fun collection of boots. The Team Fit, of course, custom heat moldable. They're all just a little bit different, and there's a lot more to the line too.
There is. There's a lot more boots that fall into our Team Fit category as well. These are just 3 that we kind of decided to pull up to give you a few differences on.
That's awesome. Well, you guys can always check out these boots and the rest of them by selecting the links below in the description of the video. Leave a comment or question. Let me know what you think of these things here. If you've ridden 32 boots, let me know why you love them. Mike, Kyle, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you guys again for watching. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more bids over there, and hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace.